YouTube, this ISO center build is breaking NBA 2K25. This ISO center build can grab rebounds over any build in the game. It also gets amazing block animations while also still being able to shoot very well, and you also get some of the best contact dunks that you can get in the game. This ISO center build is genuinely my favorite build in NBA 2K25, and I can't wait to share this with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and let's get into the video. Before we start this video off, I do want to shout out Coaster, as he did start the Paint Beast wave, the 6-7 Paint Beast wave. So I just want to give him credit where credit is due. Obviously, I did tweak the build to my liking and make it my own, but he definitely started the wave. So I just want to give him credit where credit's due. But let's get into this, man. As you know, 2K25 has not been that fun lately, but playing on a build like this completely changed my love for the game. Now I see why a lot of people are saying the game feels different being on a bigger, tall build. I have been having a ton of fun, bro. This build actually changed it for me. I'm low-key having a blast on 25. Even though the game pisses me off so much, at least this is fun. ISOing on a Paint Beast, getting boards. Man, it's so much fun, bro. So I've been having a blast. So hopefully this build changes your joy as well, and we can actually crack a smile for once playing NBA 2K25. So let's get into the build, man. I'm going to show you how to make it and also just what it looks like with cap breakers. As you can see, my build name is All Around Star. We'll talk about that later. But hey, if you want to get out of here after seeing the build because you're just going to go make it, or you don't want to make it, whatever, appreciate you coming through. But if you want me to explain everything, so look, looking at the build, I know you're looking at this like, yo, 60 per rim, 60 steal. Keep in mind, you're a big man. You're a center. This is not guarding guards. You're a center. So think of these as center stats. For center stats, that's not that bad. But look at the other stats, bro. You got a 93 dunk. You got an 85 speed on this build. You also have a 96 defensive rebound, and then you have an 85 ball handle to get pretty much every dribble move in the game. You still have very high interior and high block while also being able to shoot. That's why this build is so OP. On paper, it may not look as good as the smaller builds, but when you actually use this build, bro, if you have some skill, you will literally shit on people. This build is a bully. I'm snagging boards, I'm blocking shots, I'm shooting over people, I'm dunking over the whole team. This build is a literal bully, bro. Here's the current badges I have. I'm not all the way maxed out, so keep that in mind. But I do get another +1 for tier 1, and then I also get my box out beast on Hall of Fame. But other than that, I'm maxed out on this build. And bro, this shit is so crazy, man. I can't wait to show y'all some more gameplay. So I can guarantee if you make this build, this will be the most fun build you've played on this year. I'm literally having so much fun on this build, way more fun than any other build I've made so far. And I think I might main this build, honestly, for a few months because this shit is so fun, bro. It's giving 2K20 play glass vibes, where you're literally just this big build that's almost max weight, and you're also still fast enough to ISO the center. And the center has to guard me on the twos because I play with a pure lock, so the center's guarding me, and they can't really put the guard on me, the 5'9" or 6'2" or whatever that's running behind screens, because I have strong handle, and obviously I'm just huge, so I'm just gonna bake the shit out of them or bully them. So there's nothing they can really do with that. And if I dribble decent, I'm not an amazing dribbler, bro. If you dribble better than me, you're literally gonna fry on this build, because I dribble okay, bro, and I'm getting better at it. But you can fry on this build if you know what you're doing. It's gonna take you a few days to get the jump shot down, if you're used to playing on a small guard. So it's gonna take you a few days to get that down. I'm finally getting it down and shooting pretty good now. But especially on this build, bro, it's just the fun factor is so much better than running behind screens with like a 6'4" or 6'2", whatever. It's just so much fun, bro. Running behind screens, it gets boring after a while, man. Just want to have fun and ISO and also get my own rebounds. I can cook and random wreck. This is low-key the ultimate starting 5 build too, if any of y'all play starting 5 for rep. I've been having a blast, bro, and I get an A+ every game, so I'm getting way more rep than I was when I was playing on my guard, just chucking shots behind the screen. I know the perimeter might scare some of you guys off, the perimeter in the steal, being in the 60s. I know that might scare some of you guys off, but I promise you can tweak the build any way you want, and you're not getting a perimeter that's like in a steal that's both 85 while still being able to dribble and snag like this and have interior defense, and also have a dunk like this. There's just no way to do it. I even tried dropping the dunk down lower just to see, and there's still no way to do it. And honestly, I would rather have the dunk on this build because that is kind of like the purpose of it. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. I mean, I really haven't even noticed it, to be honest, because I have 85 speed, and then I'm guarding center, so the people I'm guarding are just slow as shit anyway. And when I do pick up on screens, like, I have an 85 speed and a 77 agility, so I don't feel slow at all. Obviously, you know, you could get broken here and there, but it rarely happens, honestly, and I really don't feel slow. So let's get into the takeovers, man. Right now, I'm rocking Mixtape. This because it gives you ball handle and speed with ball and mid-range, and you also get that blur takeover ability. It just makes me super fast and glitchy, and it's a lot of fun. If you want to try out Driver or Slice, both of those give you the poster machine and increase dunking and speed and different attributes like that. But I know a lot of people are rocking Driver to get the speed with ball and dunk. So I'll definitely be grinding out this takeover soon. I'm working right now on a takeover called Horse, and this takeover is great for rebounding. I really just use this one in rec because it increases your vertical and defensive rebound. So it's a lot of fun. I can play rec without having to worry about rebounding really at all. I haven't really had too many issues rebounding on this build. For the most part, I'm snagging crazy on this build. The only time I ever had an issue was running into somebody that was a vet 2 that had 99 D board and O board, and they were like 7-1. So that was a little bit toxic, but at the same time, they couldn't guard me at all. So I'm going to have 30 on the other end. So that's the only time you may have a slight issue. But if you're just playing someone with regular 99 O board, you're not going to have a problem. You can snag because you're going to have 99 D board pretty much with the See the Future take. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. Most of the time, I don't even rock the rebounding takeover. I would just go ahead and rock Mixtape, or I'm going to start working on Driver. So, but yeah, definitely try those takeovers out if you want to use this. I'm going to do a rundown for y'all. So I went with the center position. This is because in random rec, I want to be the center. So I don't want to be playing in random rec and I'm playing with a 7-3 inside. I want to be the center so I can actually have fun, grab the board, bring it up sometimes, you know, ISO, have a good time. So for the height, I went 6'7", and then for the weight, I went 263. Very important, do not touch the weight. If you go down on the weight, you will not be able to eventually get 96 rebound with your cat breakers. If you go up on the weight, you can get 97 rebound, but having 97 and 96 is no difference at all. You don't gain anything from having 97, so I would just stick with the 96 for that Hall of Fame rebound chaser. And then for the wingspan, I went with 7'3". This is the max wingspan. I don't really see a reason to change it, but if you want a smaller wingspan, feel free. Getting into the build, again, take these as center stats. So you're trying to ISO and you're trying to guard the center. You're not trying to set screens and play pick and pop. You know, you're not trying to post up. You're just trying to cook the center with dribble moves, and you're trying to be able to guard the center on the other end. So keep that in mind when you're, you know, looking at the attributes for this build. So for drive and dunk, I have a 91. I'm going to put 2 of my cat breakers on this to make this a 93 for that gold posterizer, since you see I meet the vertical requirement. And then also for standing dunk, I get 45. Obviously, I wish I could get some more standing dunk on this build, but it is what it is. 45 is enough to where I'm going to go up under the basket if someone passes me the ball and I'm wide open. So that's all I care about. I do get an 85 mid-range and a 76 three-pointer. The 85 mid-range is going to allow me to get all the jump shot that I want on this build and the releases that I want on this build, so that's why I went with that. And it also gives me those silver badges that I would not get if I just kept the 76 three-pointer. I believe the 3 maxes out at 79, so feel free to do that if you want. I think I may put cap breakers on it at a later date, or put some more on my mid-range to get my set shot specialist, or not my set shot, excuse me, my dead eye up. So that's definitely something you can do, or if you want to get your shifty shooter up, you definitely can do that. So also moving on to the free throw, I have a 70 free throw. Now this is not the most consistent, but I just put it on enough just so I can make free throws if I do go to the rec. I have a 75 pass. This is perfectly fine in park. It's honestly great in park. In rec, as long as the person is wide open when I'm throwing it to them, they will catch the ball. Now if they're in traffic, you know, I don't got a 93 pass act, so I'm not going to be able to launch it down court from a rebound in traffic and it's going to, you know, get accepted every time. Sometimes it's going to get picked off, but for the most part, I really haven't had any problems with the 75 pass. It's honestly a lot better than I even thought it would be. But if you want to tweak something to get higher, feel free. It just costs a lot on this build, so I was only able to get 75, but again, in park, it literally is perfect. You know, the only time you may have problems if you want to play comp pro-am or something, but this isn't a comp pro-am build. For ball handle, I got an 85. 85 ball handle is great. I'm going to use another one of my +1s to put this on 86 eventually, so I can get ankle assassin on silver. And then speed with ball, I have 75. That's just to get lightning launch on silver, and then you can use your +1 badge upgrade to get that on gold. As you see, I have an 82 interior. This is for that silver paint patroller and silver post move lockdown. If you want to try to get more interior, feel free. 82 has been great for me. I haven't really had any issues at all, especially with normal builds. Now, if I play a 7-3 post score on the one score and he's, you know, trying to get me under the basket, like where I'm in the dead zone, then yes, obviously he's going to score on me most times. You can emote to get them to miss. If you guys didn't know that, you know, you can emote and try to, you know, be a little glitchy that way. But, you know, I'll be able to get a stop eventually for the most part. But, you know, those are just the weirdest builds to guard. But, you know, in regular rec or park or something like that, you don't run into those too much. So I really have not had any issues with 82. 82 has been great for me. So yeah, I haven't been getting bullied at all on this build. I've honestly been doing the bullying. So 62 Parim. This is going to give me the immovable enforcer on bronze, so I would leave that where it's at. If you're not, as far as, you know, you can put it up if you want, but it costs so many points on this build for perimeter and steal, so I had to make that sacrifice and just make it pretty much a pure like center build that can ISO. But I'm guarding the center anyway, so it's not a big deal. I went with the 60 steal. That's going to give you bronze interceptor. I actually can get lanes on this build, so that's cool that I can catch the ball with a 60. For block, I have an 84 block. As you saw in some of the clips, bro, I'm sending shit. I'm getting chase downs. I use my +1 on high flying denier on gold. You could also use your +1 on pogo stick to get it on legend, because once you put your cap breakers on your defensive rebound, you're able to get pogo stick on Hall of Fame, and you can +1 it to get pogo stick legend, which is OD. I get a 75 offensive rebound, which is just good enough. If I box out with my Hall of Fame rebound chaser, once I put my +4 to my defensive rebound to make my rebound chaser Hall of Fame, it is amazing, bro. I'm not having any issues rebounding, especially because I have a super high vert, and just knowing how to box out and be in position is great. So again, with the defensive rebound, you're going to put +4 of your cap breakers on it to get it to a 96. So right now I'm a starter 4, and then I have 2 cap breakers from being level 40 in 2 different seasons. So that is great for me, so I'm able to put those cap breakers on it. If you don't have those cap breakers, I definitely would look at making the build a different way and just trying to fit it around the cap breakers that you do have, if you have any. Moving on with the speed, I have an 85 speed. This is amazing for a big man. I'm way faster than anybody that's guarding me. So I also get 77 agility, which is super good on this build, considering I'm pretty much guarding all centers and just having to pick up on the screen. I get an 89 strength. 89 strength is the perfect threshold to get box out beast on Hall of Fame. I don't use screens, so I don't really need that 91 for brick wall, but if you plan on screening, go ahead. But again, once I put my cap breakers on defensive rebound, then this 89 strength lets my box out beast go up to Hall of Fame, which is great. And then you also get strong handles, so if anybody's guarding you that does not have strength, you will literally bully them. So if a guard tries to pick up on you or something on the 2 score, if you're frying the center, you can literally just blow past the guard because you have strong handle. I have a video talking about strong handle if you guys want to check that out. And then for my vertical, I have an 83 vert. That 83 is just enough to get my pogo stick up to Hall of Fame. See, it's showing as gold right now, but once I put my rebound up to 96, then it will go to Hall of Fame. So, and you can also again use your +1 to get legend pogo stick, which I've tried, which is pretty good as well. So it's going to give you the build name two-way slash and shot creator. Now once you put your cap breakers on this build that we talked about, putting them on your rebounding and your dunk, it's going to give you the build name slashing paint beast. Now for me, be quiet, don't tell nobody, but I glitch my build name. So as you can see, my build name is all around star. Now if you want some more sauce on that, let me know, shoot me a DM on Twitter. But for the most part, it's kind of like the same way you used to do the Tendos back in the day. So that's all I can really tell you as far as how to get that. It's not something I want to talk about on YouTube, so it doesn't get patched. But yeah, so it's dope as hell. My build is named all around star, so people are like asking me like, bro, what is this build, how you get that name? So it's definitely dope. And even if you don't do it, you'll get the name two-way slash and shot creator, or you'll get slashing paint beast. You know, you're gonna get one of those names. So that shit is dope as hell, man. So let me know what you guys think about the build, bro. And I'll tell you, this build is so much fun, bro. I promise you, you will not waste your money making this. It's literally so much fun. If you stayed this far in the video, I really appreciate you, bro. I'm gonna be dropping a signature styles video also with my dunks and my jump shot. So obviously I'm not the most amazing dribbler, but I do know how to move pretty good on this build. I have a good understanding of what the SIGs are that you need and what jump shot bases you need. So I'll definitely drop that for you guys. I really appreciate y'all, man. I'm just trying to build a nice little community, man. I'm almost to 1,000 subs, so I'm on that grind right now, bro. Obviously 2K's dying down a little bit, but I'm gonna keep posting videos. I really love you guys, man. Thanks for everything and all the support, especially if you made it this far into the video. Check out my last video if you're interested in a 6'4" kind of all-around build that can do everything as well. Appreciate you guys, and I'm out, bro.
If you give up now, I promise I'll turn you into something practical, like a toaster or a washing machine.